What's going on, people? Welcome to the first video, Only Facts Reacts. I'm going to be reacting to a bunch of movies, TV shows. Some of them I'm going to do on my own. Some I'm going to have different friends for because a lot of movies I've already seen. My name's Nick, by the way. I'm a massive movie buff. But in the last few years, TV shows have just been slipping me by. And I'm getting a lot of requests from friends or recommendations from friends to watch loads of TV shows. And like I said, I've always been a movie guy. TV shows have just kind of passed me by a little bit. And one of the shows that's passed me by a little bit is notably Euphoria. In terms of what I know about the show already, I know the cast. I know Sydney Sweeney's in it. I think this is her breakout role. I know Zendaya's in it. I don't think this was her breakout role, but I'm not entirely sure. I've had some trigger warnings from some friends, so I think it's going to be quite intense. Get to know my personality, get to know the personality of some of the other people on the channel, and see, I guess, some level of like genuine emotion and some level of like vulnerability. They're definitely the reaction channels that I enjoy watching the most. I watch a ton of reaction channels as well. I mostly watch people react to stuff that I've already seen. But yeah, we're just going to jump into Euphoria. But yeah, please do like the video, subscribe to the channel for more, drop recommendations below, and give me some pointers. You know, I'm new to reaction videos, but feel free to give me some constructive, friendly criticism, or maybe not. But yeah, that's all. I don't want to keep the intro too long. Let's jump into Euphoria.
Private primordial pool. Then one day, for reasons beyond my control, I was repeatedly crushed.
It's already starting out quite intense.
The first time, but not the last.
Zendaya was white as hell when she was born. What the hell?
My mother and father spent 2 days in the hospital, holding me under the soft glow of the television.
Why do I feel like her mum is not gonna make it? I haven't had an anxiety attack like that where I feel like I'm gonna die, but I've definitely had anxiety attacks in the past for sure.
What? No.
I love Zendaya like looking like a slob, but still looking better than 95% of the human population. Do you know what's crazy? My mum used to work with drug addicts, and I remember she told me that a heroin addict told her that taking heroin felt like being back in his mother's womb, and that's something that's just always stuck with me. I thought that was crazy, and this guy's like 50, and that was his last kind of safe place. Do you know what I mean? It's one thing I never got into. I never got into drugs when I was young. I was around a lot of people into drugs, alcohol, you know. I've had times when I was on the streets when I was younger.
And then it happened.
I'm more got into like the street life and kind of rough and tumble, more violence and dealing with a bad temper and stuff, but not. I never touched drugs. I think I saw pretty early how destructive drugs could be, and I just knew to stay away from it for sure. She's already reminded me of someone that I know. I'm toying with whether or not I mention this person or not, but she definitely reminds me of someone that I've had in my life. How old is she supposed to be here? Is high school? What's American high school? 16, 17, something like that? One of my favourite TV shows of all time is The Wire, so I've seen shows dealing with drug addiction and drugs in families, Moonlight as well, and like I say, there's a lot. I'm from the UK, but I know a lot of people that have suffered with drug addiction and stuff, but this is like, feels a lot more modern than the other stuff I've seen, and feels a lot more like, you know, that kind of maybe middle class / lower middle class lifestyle, where you know, people feel like without real trauma, you kind of have no justification to feel the way that she feels. So I think there's probably a lot of people out there that relate to this character. Maybe her mum won't die, because maybe the point is that, you know, you can feel these emotions and feel these anxieties and stuff like that without the particular trauma. The person in my life that Rue's character is already reminding me of, her mum died, which is why I made this kind of association and thought, I wonder if the mum dies, but...
I had no intention of staying clean.
Already looks like the beginnings of some sort of destructive romantic relationship.
Over to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, things have been like really good.
Word? That's what's up.
Yeah, I'm fucking with you, Fez.
He's just like, if it works for you, it works for you. Do you know what I'm saying? The thing of rehab, obviously, is get put with a bunch of people that's got the same problems as you. It's like going to jail. You go to jail, you're just with a bunch of other criminals. Do you know what I'm saying? You can rehabilitate yourself, but it can also be difficult and be full of even more temptation. It's such a cycle, isn't it? Because if you're someone that's dealing with depression, anxiety, that type of stuff, you're more susceptible to taking these types of drugs, but you're also definitely the kind of person that should stay away from drugs as well. So it's a cycle. It's a cruel cycle.
OCD. She notices the smallest shit. A little scratch on the wall, the dishes are out of order.
Fine, we'll just take a picture of...
Also, like, just from a sexual perspective, man said, this is exactly what I'm talking about. He didn't even see her. He just saw any slim girl, like, riding a bike. This brother's just trying to hit on anything. Just think it's way easier to raise boys. Do you know what I mean?
The edges, though. I settled for like 4 coronavirus and non-rapey affection. That's kind of depressing. Nate just like totally ruined my confidence.
When you're young, 50 grand do be feeling like $1 million, though. That's facts.
Today. Seriously, Maddie, the best thing to do after a breakup is to fuck someone new and then move on. Please.
No comment.
What are you doing for dinner?
Dad, stop being a pervert. We're literally like all naked.
That's your dad? What kind of fucking dad is that? Kind of smoking and doing all kind of fuckery in the house. It can't be a Caribbean dad. 2 lash a belt in that yard.
Where were you? I went to eat. What do you mean you went to eat? What? What?
I lie. We know you're lying. We know where you were.
Drug test. I just peed. Slam another door.
Yeah, we all know you're lying.
Now, there's a few ways to beat a drug test. The first is simple. Stop doing drugs. But if you're in a bind and totally fucked, option 1.
Gotta get pee from someone else.
It's a B vitamin that, like, breaks down fat and chemicals or whatever, and if you take a lot of it, like 2,000 milligrams, and chug a few gallons of water.
Yeah.
The only problem...
Why was that not option 1?
Most over the counter.
What? Like for real, Lexi. What?
You gotta ask for this ahead of time and have a brethren that's on standby for pee. Like, you need your pee friend on standby. Because you need a friend, you need to make sure that you got a friend who doesn't also have drugs in their system. Oh, there she is.
5 days.
Oh. New chapter.
She looks young.
Mom,
And you're doing more as well, and you're not serious. You're not serious. I'm trying to empathize with you, Rue, but you're not serious. Oh, the little sister found her.
Rue.
She probably thinks she's dead.
I know a lot of you probably hate me right now.
Hate is a strong word, but I'm feeling a lot of feelings towards you, Rue.
And they're like...
I've only known you 15 minutes and my empathy for you is minimal. Just when you see the impact of what happens to the family, do you know what I'm saying? A lot of this stuff, drugs, gambling, whatever, it affects the person that's doing it, obviously, but it affects people around them even more. No. No, you can't. You can't spend the night nowhere. You just came back from rehab. Where are you going? And I know that you're lying about the drugs. I've never done drugs, do you know what I'm saying? So I can't speak from a place of experience, do you know what I mean? But I can't imagine it's worth all the brouhaha you have to go through, do you know what I'm saying? I can't imagine it. Maybe I'm lucky because I grew up seeing the bad side of drugs before I saw any sort of glamour. It never struck me as glamorous at all. I don't know. Where do you think your teenage daughter's going? Who do you think she's with? Like, these girls are giving me anxiety. Like, honestly. I can't be sending my daughter outside at 16, 17, just like have fun. And then just, that's it. Just, what? This is gonna go badly. I feel like this is gonna go badly.
Looking back on it,
It's gonna be some sort of prank or something.
better off going to McKay's.
I'm getting anxiety, guys. Maybe I'm overthinking this.
The fact is, she's a fucking whore through and through, bro.
All right, look, I don't know what she's...
I hate when people at that age can't admit if they like someone. Or I've had so many situations when I was younger where I'd be at a party and there'd be a girl looking at me or something, and maybe my boy's looking at her and I'd be like, yo, do you like her? Because if you do, don't mind backing off. And it's like, no, I'll do what you want. And then it just builds up some kind of resentment or something.
Like, every time someone's shit gets leaked, whether it's J-Law... I know your generation relied on flowers and father's permission, but it's 2019. Yo, Ruru. Hey, how you been?
I'm wondering how old these girls are, because these titty shots are making me uncomfortable.
That's what I'm saying. Double team. Like, all right. Look, Rory in the front. You can't even tell that.
I know my boy's fighting tears right now.
Look at her.
It's funny when you're young, like, women
It's obvious that
go
it's
from
in
like
McKay's head because Kat...
frigid and you don't do anything with anyone and you're boring, and then you do something with one guy and it's like, oh, now you're a hoe, and everyone knows that you're a hoe. It's like there's no middle ground. It's so not sensible. Do you know what I mean?
Listen, I don't want to sound corny or whatever, but you are literally the most beautiful girl I've ever seen.
It's like, it's so obvious to everyone that he actually likes her. So regardless of what kind of front he puts up, it's like, oh, I'm just gonna sleep with her and kick her to the curb or whatever. He obviously likes her. You can tell that. She knows, he knows, everybody knows. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna get, shit on by your friends, but it is what it is. I was about to be mad rough with her because that's what the boys told him to do.
But here's the thing.
Okay, thank you,
Everyone
Zendaya.
on the
I was
planet
about to ask
watches
that
porn.
exact question.
Fact.
I think, like, when you're at a certain age, you start exploring. You got to find what you actually like and what you do for you, and not what you're doing for other people, if that makes sense. See, because she knows that you actually like her, so you're trying to put moves on her like some brother who treating her like trash, but you clearly like her. See, this is what I'm saying. But be you. You're trying to act like somebody else. Don't act like somebody else. Be you. Do the things that you would normally want to do. If she likes you, she likes you. If she likes it, she likes it. If she don't like it, she don't like it. Maybe you're not a match, but... It's not funny, but it is. Zendaya is so charismatic as well. She's so likable. Even when she's being a dick.
Yo, Casper! You wanna ride?
Me and my boys were having a conversation actually the other day about, like, pivotal moments in a man's upbringing. Falling in love with your first hoe. And I was like, I know that's derogatory to women, but that's so facts, do you know what I mean? Building that resilience to when you fall for someone who's known as that kind of girl, but you kind of put how you feel about her above how other people view you. That is a pivotal moment in a young man's life. She says she's 22, right? She's definitely underage, right? Everything this guy does and says is weird.
Living your life out in motel rooms.
Bruh. Man's trying to drop some old man game on some young underage girl. Like, come on, bro. No adult woman is falling for these bars, bro. That's why you have to go for these young girls to try and make them fall for these bars. This stuff is so common as well. This stuff is so common. I'm not an angel in my life yet, but when it comes to underage people, men or women, boys or girls, I don't fuck with that at all in any way, shape or form. I think it's a major societal problem, young people trying to grow up ahead of their time. Obviously, once you're exposed to one thing you shouldn't really be exposed to, you kind of want to be exposed to everything that you shouldn't be exposed to. Do you know what I mean? Like, once the seal's broken, that's just how you kind of look at things. But And you can never be aware of the damage that it's doing to you at the time. I know several women like Rue. There's definitely one that comes to mind straight away, but I know several women like this. And all the decisions are just baffling. It's like, you don't even like most of these people. Do you know what I'm saying? You're just here in a place you don't want to be in. Around people you don't want to be with. Oh, that's a cool shot.
But Nate was fucking on one.
Nate's always on one though. Man just in the party topless. Whenever I see a man in the party topless, I think, what's going on for you, my bro?
You're so hot.
I know. From the same woman that was screaming about her insecurities earlier. All of this is because people can't just say how they feel. Say what you think and mean what you feel and say what you feel.
No, I'm not. I'm just trying to get back at my really shitty ex-boyfriend.
What?
What if I told you that?
I rate that. I rate that level of honesty. Yeah, he ain't gonna care. He's gonna be like, yeah, hell yeah. See, this is what I said earlier. The young people think there's only two options. You're either a prude or you're a slut. There's mad in between. Yeah. Like, what does that even mean?
You need to catch a dick.
Never heard the term catch a dick in my life.
Woman of questionable.
Now I'm wondering how the girls used to talk about me when I was a teenager.
If I were to pull my dick out. No, most girls don't know how to suck dick. Yeah.
Is she about to suck all three of these men off?
Fucking scared of it or something.
Not in porn.
Exactly. You watch porn.
Doesn't everyone?
Don't be trying to give up your dignity for this Fogel from fucking Superbad looking ass bitch, bro.
Had me scared as fuck.
Yeah, you and everybody.
I wondered if he liked her.
Serious, Rue. I've seen a lot of people die. None like you. Nah.
That was cool. He just wasn't moving his lips, but the audio was still coming out. So it's like her perception of what's happening is all off. When a man's telling you that and he's around drugs as much as this guy's around drugs, you gotta take his advice seriously.
Prognosis, and it was really good.
Oh, did her dad die?
The world went quiet, and I felt safe in my own head.
But your own feelings are unreliable. Do you know what I'm saying? Just because you feel safe doesn't mean you are safe. Yeah, he did die.
Panic attack stayed.
I called a dead parent. I called a dead mom, but it's actually the dead dad. But I called a dead parent.
Will it eventually kill me? Maybe. Fuck, maybe not. I don't know.
You know what it is if you're selling drugs as well, yeah? Not speaking from experience, obviously. But like, if you care about someone like that, you might think, why are you supplying them with drugs? But at least if I'm supplying them with drugs, from his perspective, if I'm supplying her with the drugs, at least I know where the drugs are coming from. At least I know the dosage. At least I know that they're, clean if it's the same shit that I'm smoking or I'm taking. Versus she goes down the road and takes drugs from some random person she don't know and has an overdose. Do you know what I'm saying? I want this dude to just get bottled so bad, man. I'm from London. I feel like man like this would just get beat up in London. I can't lie, but because I just know he's gonna do something just stupid. He's gonna do something dickish. If he gets through this show without sexually assaulting a woman, I'll be very surprised.
Classy, you fucking whore.
Suck my dick.
Yeah, his ego is just gonna get the better of him. He's gonna do something mad.
Fucking friend. Who the fuck are you friends with, Jules?
This guy's such a dickhead.
Anybody know who this is? Does anybody know?
Someone
who
just say yeah, man.
Jules is. Anyone?
Someone just say yeah. That's my virgin, man.
No, you're not. Nobody that looks like you is minding their own fucking business.
What does that even mean? That black brother that was with Sydney Sweeney needs to bang my man in the face. I can't lie. I rate this from Jules. I rate this from Jules. Don't kill him, but I rate this from Jules. Yeah. I mean, just give him a little cut. Just somewhere non-threatening. Just give him a little cut. Let him know. Yeah, facts. You know me now. I fucks with Jules, Leave Jules alone, bro.
It was nice. Oh my god, my little slut. I'm so proud of you.
This could be a very good relationship or a very destructive relationship. I don't know. But they both, it's tricky, isn't it? Because they both need someone. Like, clearly they both need someone with similar personality attributes to the other person. But when it goes destructive, it's going to go very destructive. And I got a feeling this is not a show of happy endings. Even the fact that she's sneaking in. If I'm the dad, I'm not going to sleep until you're in the house. You're not going out the house anyway, but I'm definitely, there's no shh. There's none of that. I'd be awake. I'd be awake waiting. Do you know what I'm saying? I want to see what state you're coming home in. Are you coming home fucked up? Are you coming home with someone? Are you, do you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't always want to blame the parents, but a lot of this is irresponsible or lazy parenting. And not late. I mean, the parents have got their own traumas and stuff at the same time, but just give me sons, God. Just give me sons, man. That room is banging, though. That room is nice. Big ass windows, skylight. See, that's what he wants. That's actually what he wants, do you know what I mean? And that's what she wants. I think. I have a terrible track record of reading women's intentions, so don't listen to me. Oh, we're going to see his home life now. That wasn't his house, was it? No, that was the black guy's house. Very little about your sad family life is going to make me empathize with him.
Yeah.
Oh, that's his dad. I don't know what I could see in that guy's life to make me think, oh no, you're a dickhead. Do you know what I'm saying? I wondered if the idea was gonna be that they hook up or something. That would have been better than they're getting high. Season 1, episode 1 in the books. I guess just outlining a lot of the characters, and giving some basic kind of setting the table, I guess, setting out our chess pieces for who these characters are, what their backgrounds are a little bit. I'm sure it's going to get a whole lot more messy. I would say characters that I relate to the most would be Zendaya's character. Maybe that's the same for a lot of people. Maybe that's why she's such a well-known character. I would say Sydney Sweeney's character. I definitely know a lot of women that are that type of character, women that get that reputation for being sexually promiscuous, and then that's all anybody ever sees you as, you know. And the guy, the black guy that she was with, I didn't even catch his name. Some of these relationships and some of these situations I've definitely been in. I can definitely relate to that. I'm 32. I don't know if you lot are going to think I look older or younger, but I'm 32, so I'm very much removed from this teenage angst period of my life. But I remember it. I remember it very, very well. I can relate to a lot of the emotions. I can relate to the wanting your boys to rate you, you know, wanting your boys to respect you, and your romantic partner being heavily attached to that and not wanting to be embarrassed or not wanting to say how you feel. And our whole friendship group fell apart over similar stuff to this because one guy liked the girl, didn't say that he liked the girl. Another guy in the group actually pursued her. The girl ended up getting pregnant. They ended up in a really abusive, damaging relationship, and the guy was always kind of third wheeling in the relationship with the whole friendship. It just got really messy. Yes, I've seen stuff like this happen. That's just the sex part. I spoke about that first because that's the part I could relate to. On the drugs part, I mean, I hate drugs. Around me, I saw a lot of people close to me, family, friends, on drugs when I was younger. In rehab, I've seen that process. Someone once said to me the difference between the drug addict in a mansion and the drug addict that's homeless is just their financial situation. The idea being like one person can afford their habit and the other person can't afford their habit, but really they're character-wise the same character, which I always thought was really interesting. But I just want to give you guys some of my background so you understand where I'm coming from when I am assessing these characters. And in a certain way, it makes me feel like I'm looking back in time at my own teenage years and kind of want to scream through the screen. But I've been in that situation, you know, that's the party. Everyone's at that party, you know, you've got to be there. People are calling me, yo, you coming to this party? If I say I don't like the guy, it's going to invite conflict. Maybe I don't want the conflict. Maybe it's unavoidable. It's a really, really tricky situation, a way to navigate that if you're trying to be mature and healthy. But no, you're trying to be mature and healthy in an immature, unhealthy environment. It just doesn't work. You know, maturity and healthiness require other people to be mature and healthy around you. This stuff, I hope Rue doesn't fuck up Jules. I know Jules has got her own problems. Jules is probably my favorite character based on episode 1. I know Jules has got her own issues, but adding drugs to those issues will not make it better. And I just worry so much. Like I said, I'm 32, and I see young women out, and you know, women can wear whatever they want, but I see young girls out dressed in certain ways, and they're too young to be going clubbing. The age of clubbing here in the UK is 18, and I've had 1 or 2 girls stop me and say like, "Oh, can I get your number?" Or like, "My friend wants to talk to you." And I'm like, first of all, your friend wants to talk. This is a telltale sign that you're too young for me mentally. But I say to them like, "I'm 32. How old are you?" And the girl's like, "I'm 16 or I'm 17." And I was like, "I'm 32. I'm a grown man." And the girl said to me, "My ex is older than you." I was like, "Your ex should be in jail. Your ex is a pedophile." There are men out there that will take advantage of that situation. You know, a young girl, obviously a little bit lost, maybe not someone there checking for her, maybe not that kind of support system that we'd hope that she would have. And that's why I see a lot of these characters as well. Obviously different levels of support system. Rue's got a mum who's there trying to do her best. Jules has got a dad that's kind of, you know, they're in some ways, but they're not there in other ways. Maybe he's busy with work or whatever. And then we've got Sydney Sweeney's character, her mum, who's just a fucking mess, it looks like. But yeah, an interesting setup. I don't want to ramble on too long. I probably rambled on